Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask Podcast here on YouTube. And first off, no, of course I'm your host. I want to throw this out there. If you love when I cover oddball comics, and I'm gonna give credit to the guy in a second, go on YouTube, search for Tom's Comics Curio. COMICSCURIO. Buddy of mine. This is his other channel. He does a comic channel. I've been telling him for good handful of years now. Dude, you know oddball comics even better than I do. That kind of surprised me. I'm used to most of I mention crack swing people like, what are you talking about? And Tom's like, oh, I've heard of it. I don't own it, but I've heard of it. He started up a channel. And he's been going about a month now, and he's putting out, he has no regular schedule. When he feels he's got something he wants to do, he does it, puts it out. So you just got to check, which is cool. I'm good with that. And he puts out good, high quality stuff. It's just him sitting there. It's not your bedroom, sir. I'm not sure, but sitting there in front of his webcam, his camera, talking about comics. And he actually got me to get off my butt and buy something. Now, I've heard of Laffin Gas. This is a comedy anthology title from Blackthorne Publishing. $2 an issue. Wow. And Tom did the full run. Well, I went looking there. I couldn't find a full run on eBay, but I got a almost full run. I'm missing a couple of issues. I'll be able to track them down. But I'm going to go through. Might go through all three. These are the three I've read so far. So the first three issues. These are not mint. They're close. Remember, that one's got some cover up. And what this was, each issue had a theme. Like this one was Mutant Ninja Animals. This is from 86. It's by then the Turtles that had been huge. So on the cover here we have preteen Dirty Jean Kung Fu Kangaroos, adolescent black belt radioactive hamsters. And I'm going to cheat on these two. Colossal nuclear bambino samurai snails and radioactive wrestling rodents. Don Chen, Something Garcia, Ice, Matt Gilvray, Lee Mars, and Barsonovich. And we get every issue, you get a little thing here from the editor telling the theme of the issue. It's bi-monthly, starting in June '86. And the first one was adolescent black belt radioactive hamsters, where as the Turtles were named after Renaissance painters, the black belt hamsters were action stars. You had Clint, Sly, Chuck, and Jackie. So like Clint Eastwood, Sly Stallone, Chuck Norris, and Jackie Chan. Which in this time frame, Jackie Chan was not that well known. This is the radioactive wrestling roads. I don't remember. Dave Garcia, Cliff Mountgrovray, and Jack Thompson. Good art. I like the art. I like this art, but this art catch me, and it's on good paper. I'm not going to go in depth. This is Tom. Tom went way in depth. So you want to know everything you need to know about Laffin Gas? It's a video. Go check. But go subscribe to this channel. I want to see him hit 100 subscribers quick. I want him to get that custom URL. I want to see him get that big buzz. Dude, oh man, his stuff is so good. And once you watch this up, give him a comment. He loves comments. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. Colossal Nuclear Bambino Samurai Snails by Andy Ice. Cliff Gilvray did most of the writing on this. And this is, look, they just been sitting there. Daryl, Eddie, Conchi, and Wilbur. I don't get the naming. And look, I love the snails hauling ass extreme cargo. Cold-blooded chameleon commandos. Adolescent maniacal samurai hairs. That's the one that's on the cover, and instead they have the other name. This one, another Andy Eyes. Oh, okay, this is great. This is great. I just caught this. Okay, it's rabbits. They kind of both me. So you got Fritz Freeling, Bob Clampett, Tex Avery, and Chuck Jones. Yeah, if you like goofy humor books, this is great. Is that Gorilla Groundhog? I guess not. Tales of the Jackalope, another. This is the one I knew. I had a few issues. This is Preteen Dirty Jean Kung Fu Kangaroos by Lee Mars. This is the one, probably the best known besides adolescent black belt radioactive hamsters, because in issue 1, there's a scene where they pass by a bus stop and like I think it's Donatello from Ninja Turtles. One, you stand at the bus stop waiting on the bus. And it's like small cameo from Ninja Turtles, and it sold huge. And it was, a parody of the Turtles, which the Turtles were just a parody of Ronin and Daredevil and X-Men. A parody of a parody. Is that still a parody? Or is it something serious? I noticed it was seriously entertaining. I said good-looking art. A lot of, I guess I would use it. I'm guessing that's all screens. I don't think they sat down and drew all that in. Then you get a publisher, and this is they were publishing some interesting stuff like that in Little Nemo and Summerland reprints. Hamster Vice, which was that the one, or was it Miami? One of those, Hamster Vice or Miami Vice, was done by like Von Bodet's son. I'd love to find issues. Alien Worlds, which is great. Now it's a trade paperback. Okay. Oh, check this out though. Williamson, Perez, Bolton, Windsor Smith, Street Wolf, Laughing Gas, Dick Tracy. Yeah, Dick Tracy, the Tarzan stuff. And then there's that Amusing Stories I wouldn't mind. So, like I said, cool looking book. That's issue 1. So issue 1 was, the explosion of turtle ripoffs. Let's just call it turtle ripoffs. Anthropomorphic animals fighting ninja things. Is this? Damn, this one's still sealed. I ended up with 2 issues when I bought, because I had to buy a big bulk thing to get what I wanted. And anybody interested? This is, you can see I got an extra of this one. I'll gladly trade, sell, whatever, I don't know. I'll have to look see what I have to add in the issue, but it ain't gonna be much. And this one, as you can see, it's got some cover rub. Nothing major, but yeah, look at this. Hey, wait a minute! I caught that crook. Dark Light, a third less Europe than our regular. Of course, it's gonna be this is the one I really enjoyed. This is October that year. October 86th. This is the Dark Knight parody, which, God, October 86th, the Dark Knight Returning Beyond, the Dark Knighty by Dave Garcia, who I know this art, but I love. I mean, look, there's Robin Slot. The news anchors. I mean, everybody does a good job of parodying. What was big in Batman. Time like this one, I love the Dark Knight NYT. And he's just in a bar being a dumbass. Who is the artist on this? I like the art. Van Horn. That's got to Nervous Wrecks. And then this one by Craig Colbert and Andy Ice, Legend of the Bath Knight. Basically uses, look, that is, like up there, that's Frank Miller style Dark Knight art, but then that panel right there looks like old Golden Age. And that's why it's a mixture of gold. Let's see, it's all Golden Age stuff. Oh, it's so cool. And this is one of those, like, Dirt Devil, the Man Without Soap. This is one of those I wouldn't have known. I knew of Laughing Gas. I just never realized, Blackthorne gets shit on. They put out so much stuff, there's a lot of trash. They put out some really cool stuff here. And the weird thing about it is, going into this, because I'd watch his video, I knew Fred Hembeck had this Batman thing. I was like, oh, I love Fred Hembeck. This is the one that just put out all these. I'm kind of like, oh, man, that wasn't that good. The Purple Snit. And we got Stark Terror, Added Thrills. And this is it's a metafictional, multiple universe Batman. And Mr. Rock, I know it's Bela Lugosi. And look, you got the TV Batman, you got all the different Batmans, the old movie serial one, the movie serial Robin, the Phantom, the Shadow. This is just, this right here is what made it. This was worth what I paid for the issue. But then look at this, you got Nexus, you got, and Lost in Space, the Flintstones, and I can do all this because first thing, they went under the radar, but it's parody. Parody is very well protected. And then, of course, you get, this by Hal Lane did story and art. Mark Rawwagen did the letter in Jungle Measurement Manual. Because I never ink designs. And this is going to be the Personovich story. Ye Old Dark Knight. I like his art, but man, that had to be hell to draw with all the lines and stuff. Had to be hell. So this revolving doors didn't sound bad. Yeah. And then on the back here we got some more of their books, So there's a Preteen Dirty Jeans Kung Fu Kangaroos I don't think I got a copy anymore. That's one of those where I would like I know Black Belt Analyst of Black Belt Radioactive Hamsters has come back. And they put out a trade, but I'd like to get a trade of the Preteen Dirty Jean Kung Fu Kangaroos. And then we got issue 3. It's the last one I've read so far. And I've got issue 4, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm missing a few. I'm missing a few towards the end. This is the basically 80s syndicated cartoon sell you toys issue. Oops, don't know my own stream. We got He-Man, Master of the Universe, of course. This kid here. So Andy Ice covering it. Chen, Ice, Lane, Overby, Van Horn. The Bugs Ducky Show, which is William Van Horn. And it's basically, this is this Taylor Overby, Me-Man and the Misters of the Universe. Great art on it, and just a really cool little story. Way, way, way better than I was expecting. Okay. Now this is, hold on, let me get my arm in here. November 86, but look at Hordak right there. The camera, is that Fearless Photog? The Fearless Photog? Is this Fearless Photog's first appearance? Citizen Keen, or All's Well Not Ends Well, Hal Lane. And another kind of metafictional story. Bugs Bunny and Robot and Bullwinkle. This whole issue was really fun. Rocket Man. My Little Pony 2, Captain the Great, the early years. Okay, little bitty jokes like that. So look up Captain the Great plus horse. Yeah. If you've seen Clerks 2 or if you've seen Bachelor Party, substitute a mule for a horse or a donkey. Hobotech, the Saggy Saga. Well, it's very. Is that? I'll say, yeah, I figured it was Ronald Reagan. I was like, very Ronald Reagan looking guy. The smirks. This, it kind of lost me a little bit. It's like, okay, it's cute, but it went a little long. But the neat thing about this, Diane Valentino, who does, is that Jim Valentino's wife? I know she did a little comic work, and she used to wear Dead Smirk. I wouldn't mind finding this Mad Dog. It's kind of a rustling book. Labor Force. I got a couple issues of that. Labor Force is really cool. I mean, the art's never the Salemba. I had that. A lot of their 3D stuff's what I had. The Man of Rust. And this Crew, the X Smirks. And then there's Gumby in 3D. Is that an Art Adams? No, it's not Art Adams. But, you know, Laffin Gas. If you like comedy comics, and these are not expensive. I mean, you can. I got basically the first 6 issues plus a couple. First 6 or 7 in a run, you know, plus a couple of extras of each one for shipping everything about $1.50 an issue, which is less than cover price. So go check out Tom's Comics Curio. I'll remember put a link in the description, and you know, tell them dude at Asshat sent you. I'm out.